Hello everyone. Today I wanted to do a short review about KRK Rokit RP5 G5. And while I'm nowhere near an audiophile or a professional, I hope this review will still help you out. A little information to where I'm coming from. I used to have the Bose Companion 5 from like 2008. But the volume button was dying and they kind of color the code, and since I'm trying to get better at making music, I decided it was time to replace them. I chose the KRK monitor because it has a nice metal grid in the front, and I have cats, so that was kind of important to me, and it fit my budget. And from what I could tell, the older versions were quite good at sound. So yeah, the sound. The KRK has three modes. You can use it in mix mode, which gives you a pretty dead flat sound, which is good for mixing. But personally, I like using the creative mode. There's a little wiggle in the equalizer, which just gives it a little bit more life. So it's nice for watching movies, playing games, that kind of thing. Compared to my Bose, it does have a little bit less bass, especially on lower volumes. But there's definitely pretty decent bass for the size of these boxes, and they don't have a sub. So yeah, if you want more bass, you can always get a sub to go with them. There is a little bit of hiss when you put your ear close to the speaker, but it's pretty much negligible. Like if you have a desktop or a laptop, they will definitely make like 3 times as much noise as these speakers do for me. Yeah, I do have my speakers plugged in directly into my audio interface, and all of it is above the table, and my PC is under the table. So I don't think I'm getting any interference from that in the hissing, so that's good. These speakers come with these soft pads you can see on the side here, but I'm also holding them. There's like two separate ones. You can put them either on top of each other to make the angle bigger, or you can do this and then you can hold it like this, and then you don't have angle to reduce the noise. But as you can see on the picture, the color doesn't quite match, which I don't know, feels like a little bit of a letdown to me at least. Like, yeah, you will notice that if it's under them. So I'm using some some other things under them to reduce the shaking of the table. But yeah, I did try them first, and I did when I put my hand right next to it on the table, there was like no shaking or anything. So the quality of that seems good enough for yeah, for something that's included. Also, there are no cables included, so I mean there are power cables, but no sound cables, no jacks or anything. So if you buy these, you will have to buy some cables for that. The monitors also come with there we go, with a separate front. So if you don't like the metal grid, you can replace the front, and then you don't have the metal grid. So I don't. From what I read, the metal grid shouldn't be distorting the sound, but I haven't tried switching them, so I can't really talk about that, since I want to give mine a front anyway with the cats. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, there's 3 different modes, and on the back of the monitor there is the rotator button. If you press this, you will switch the modes. Personally, I wish the button would have been on the front as well to switch between the modes, but it does store the selection you made when you power them down. So the next time it will be on the same settings. And just pressing the button, it will always switch between the modes if that's the last thing you selected. So you can just, like, if you know to which mode you want to go, You don't actually have to watch the screen. You can just reach behind the monitor and press the button like 2 or 3 times depending on which mode you want to go to. And as you can see on the screen here, I mean on the photo I made on the side, you can see the creative mode, the equalizer. So you can see it's not a flat line, but it does give it more life. You can also edit all those values yourself. I haven't tried it yet because I quite like it as it is for now. I might try it out later and let you know here in the comments if anyone is interested. Let's see. Oh yeah. There is also some other settings, the general settings. Personally, I found them a little bit annoying. I mean, the settings work fine, but the default settings are not to my liking. But luckily, you can change it in the back. There's a lit up KRK logo on the front, and it's quite bright. But in the back, you can set it to dim or you can turn it off. Even in dim, I noticed it in a dark studio, it's still quite bright. Like at daytime, it's fine to look at, but when it's darker, then I didn't really like it. So I turned them off for both of them. And then there's also automatic sleep mode, which I personally turned off. So that's a good thing, you can turn it off in the back. But yeah, if you're in the studio, it might be a good thing to have them go to sleep mode when you don't use them. I was trying it out. It took about 15 seconds of playing music before they turned on again. So that's something to be aware of, I guess. But since you can turn it off, for me, it's that's good. So yeah, in the next part, I have an unboxing video, so you can see everything that's inside. And in the meanwhile, I will be running some audio files. So I did a recording with my guitar. So first you will hear the original recording, and after that I played that sound through the speakers, and I have 2 microphones which I set up to be held at head level and record the sound from the speakers, so you might be able to hear some differences. So I mean it's not a professional setup, but it might help you, who knows. So yeah, I did 2 recordings in creative mode with both my microphones. They're both condensator microphones, and I'll put in the description below which ones they are. And then I also did 2 comparisons with the mixing mode and the what is it called? The clarity mode, I think it's called. The clarity mode is the last of the 3 modes, by the way. In this mode, I think it's mostly for vocals, probably. It kind of cuts off the highs and the bass from the speakers. I don't really like it, but I guess it might be good if you want to do vocals in your mixing. So anyway, let's get to the unboxing part.